Man versus junk food.
Man versus vegan food.
A killer time at the movies.
All that and more.
Cody, punch Mike Tobacco.
All right. Finally hit.
That was a fucking long launch.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, into that there spittoon. It's a free spittoon.
For that spit, it was free real estate. Just saying.
Hand gesture included.
Hand gesture. It's free real estate. Gross. Ugh.
Yum.
Yum.
In my tum.
Fucking disgusting. Ugh. Like, I can handle gore and all kind of bullshit like that, but then I watch people, like, in movies, especially when they, like, spitting, just, but if it's just, like, just disgustingly, like, just, yeah, dude, I'll look at it and just be like,
All for that.
All for that shit. Welcome to episode 40 of the Super Media Brothers podcast. I am Midnight Agent Raw.
And I'm Okami.
We are back with the 7th installment of our Cult Cinema Showdown series and kicking off our Halloween month.
And it's not spit.
Fuck no, it's not spit. Not at all.
Nope.
No. We have...
Yes. Halloween.
Bit.
Month.
October. Yeah, it's October. Damn it.
God fucking damn.
And
time.
Oh my god, we brought along a fucking treat to kick this one off with.
Treat is a very appropriate word.
Fuck yeah. So, if you have been listening to the last couple of episodes, we've told you what this was going to be. But if this is your first time...
Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, no shit. And this is going to be fucking killer. Literally. When crops and clowns attack, god damn it. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes versus Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
How can you not have such perfection in titles like that?
No shit. And not to mention just perfection in movies in general. Like, fucking hell. And the best part about these is both of these fucking movies know what they are. They knew what they were fucking doing when they made them. It was not even, like, unintentionally bad. Like, they fucking just knew.
It was parodies. Like,
a little bit. Like, the first one definitely was, like, a spoof of, like, B-movies and shit. And like, Killer Klowns from Outer Space was just, like... to me, it is a fucking hallmark of, like, when you're doing it right. You know, like, you're making a true, like, quote-unquote horror comedy. Like, that's done fucking so right.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, these two films are set a decade apart from each other. Let's jump in with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Man versus vegan food.
Yeah, this is a battle for the ages.
See, I didn't really know about this until I was a kid, actually. And they started showing the cartoon version of this.
Yeah.
And it became like a little cult classic in the series-wise. And then I finally get to see the movie, you know, for the first time as a kid, too. And I was like, oh, this is random. And then I see it again 20-something years later. And I'm like, wow. I watched this.
Yeah. And the funny thing is it had 3 fucking sequels, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There was Return of the Killer Tomatoes, Killer Tomatoes Strike Back, and Killer Tomatoes Eat France.
Au revoir.
Well, dude, it's funny because, like, the sequel was, like, one of George Clooney's first movie roles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, like, I kind of want to go back and watch it. Like, it's been ages.
Yeah, just for, like, personal reasons.
Yeah. And
like, was he always George Clooney?
No shit, right? Like, was he always this suave?
Yeah.
Nah, fam, I fought a bunch of fucking tomatoes. Really?
That's how he got his roles.
Like, just really? Did you really?
Because, you know, tomatoes roll.
Especially
in this film. But how about the very beginning with just the humongous advertisement and just product placement of just some random... I don't know if it was like a legitimate business or not, but it probably was. just credits are rolling, everything was going like a normal movie would, and it's just like, come shop here, come get your furniture here at this place on this address.
Oh god, and I love it. It was just because this is like a gag that runs throughout the whole fucking thing. And the best part about the movie opening in general, like the fucking opening before anything even happens, is this fucking scroll of text talking about The Birds. It was the Hitchcock film. Talking about how, like, audiences laughed at the notion of birds revolting against humanity, but when an attack perpetrated by birds occurred in 1975, no one laughed.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, dude. But it's funny because it, like, you see the pre-credits happen and this tomato comes out of the garbage dispenser in the fucking sink and just this woman and it's just crawling around.
Yeah, it sounds like Cartman trying to have like a shit session.
Hey, you guys.
I'm gonna kill him.
Hey, fucking tomato, you guys.
Screw you.
Hey, screw you guys. I'm going home.
That was not actual Cartman, by the way.
No. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Fuck you, cow.
Jesus Christ.
Tomato juice.
Jizz.
That's a good one.
But yeah, like, over dramatic, shot of a tomato.
Or tomato if you're in the United Kingdom or Europe.
Whatever floats your boat. Tomato killing a womanano in cold blood. Oh no.
Cold. It's not blood.
It's tomato juice.
The police come and investigate her death, and they're like, oh, it's tomato juice, man. But the thing that made me laugh, though, was that there was, like, the series of attacks, like, right in the fucking beginning. And the dude that drinks the fucking tomato juice made from one of the killer tomatoes, when he fucking just dies, like, him and his wife are sitting there, and she just leaned on the fucking table with her cigarette in one hand, their coffee on the table, reading the newspaper, and he fucking chokes out and dies. And the whole table shakes, spills a little coffee, and she just
doesn't even move.
Dude, no flinch, nothing.
Like, this guy was not even worth her time in life. That's how bad it was.
She's probably fucking sitting there. I'm probably gonna get shit for this. I don't give a fuck. She's probably sitting there and she's just like,
he finally died. I'm gonna get half of his shit. Oh, Ed. Oh, Ed.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Ed! Get over here and massage my toes. Do this to make my butt look big. Oh, Rocco.
Ew. But that's what I pictured her voice being like if she just fucking looked over and
he finally died. I can get half his shit.
And I don't have to do anything.
They didn't have to do shit, but just sit here and smoke my Marlboros.
Light. I'm on a diet.
Literally put the dye in diet. Fuck.
Gonna diet red.
No. Fuck.
Paint the town red.
That's what these motherfuckers did.
Yes. And especially the next sequence where it was that older couple sitting on the couch and it's just like, oh, there he goes.
Ate them all up.
Poor boy. So like Hank Hill there for a second. Like, poor boy.
The best fucking thing was there was like this one sequence, and I know we're gonna like jump back forward a little bit, but the one where they're in the water and it's total Jaws parody. Music and everything.
Dun dun.
What the fuck?
I know it didn't come out this time frame, but it would have been funny to see like the Nirvana album start playing in the background.
Oh fuck, with the baby in the
babies, but
Never
tomatoes.
Never mind these tomatoes. Just drop them in there. It's just
It smells like teen sauce.
I was gonna say, it smells like something.
Ew. But yeah, just pure chaos in the waters, like Jaws, and it's just a group of tomatoes just floating around, killing people. We don't know how at this point. We don't even know how the first girl got killed by a tomato, but she did.
Yeah.
And now the chaos reigns.
Yeah, and then now all this shit happens, and the president's press secretary, Jim Richardson, tries to convince everybody that there's no fucking threat, nothing at all. But the fucking president decides, hey, I need some people to come in and take care of this fucking shit. So we get introduced to one of the main characters, Mason Dixon, who is, I guess he's just, the guy to fucking end the war. He just comes along. And we would just point out, this was made in 1978, and there are so many references to things that are probably like they would not fly by today's standards. And it's funny to look back, and like I think that's why I laughed as much as I did, because I was like, holy shit, they actually did this. Mm-hmm. I mean, like obviously Mason Dixon was like a play on the Mason Dixon line, and all that shit. So his fucking team has this guy, Sam Smith, who is a disguise expert, and he has done like George Washington, Lincoln, Hitler even. And then like there's a scuba diver, there's an Olympic swimmer, and a fucking parachute soldier named Wilbur Finletter. And you're just like, the fuck?
Speaking of, he goes to find the last agent in the field. Right?
Yeah.
And they drop off each team member one by one. And like you mentioned, Smith was, dressed up as Washington in the first scene. Homegirl gets out of the vehicle. Drop off the next person, which is Scuba Dude. He's dressed up as Lincoln now. Stops in the middle of the street. He's dressed up as Adolf Hitler. Just for no fucking reason.
And let's preface this by saying this is a black man dressing up like all this shit.
I didn't say anything, but
no, I'm just saying that's what we're saying is that like this is the fucking humor back then, and you're just like, what?
So here comes Finletter. Is that his name?
The paratrooper.
Paratrooper. Yeah. Falls out of the sky onto the car. Dude literally is like a bumbling idiot trying to get his parachute off the car, right? And Dixon like introduces himself, and he turns over, and Finletter sees Smith, and he's like, "It's Hitler!" He pulls out his saber and like tries to lunge at him.
Yeah, like a big ass like rapier, like fucking sword thing, like just knife culture.
Yeah. Hashtag
the return of knife culture.
So he finally calms him down, and he's like, "No, this is our agent. He's a master of disguise," and he goes, "Oh, German. You speak German? Wiener Schnitzel." Yeah, Wiener Schnitzel. So Smith winds up getting sent out to disguise as a tomato to infiltrate him. Right.
Now, can we please talk about that fucking sequence where Dixon meets up with all those men in that tiny-ass fucking room to go over everything?
This important press conference for all the generals and officials, right, to handle the situation as the president wants to see fit.
Yeah, they need to get all these people together, put their heads together.
So they get their heads up in this like teeny room where like it's a table and the chair space between the wall and the table, and that's it. It's tiny as fuck.
They're climbing over the table to get into their chairs.
It's literally like a good 2-minute sequence of just them climbing over each other to get to their chairs.
Like awkwardly.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
And I snapped a good picture of one of the officials literally climbing towards the camera. He felt like something went up his ass, and he pushed his freaking pelvis forward.
It's like, ooh!
And it's just like boner problems. Like, ugh.
Go to our Instagram page and check that shit out.
If you haven't already.
That's right.
But yeah, he has definite boner issues.
Yeah. Hashtag boner issues. Boner problems. Puh. Pussy problems.
So yeah, they...
Oh, God.
Collaborate.
Yeah, and listen. They stop collaborating and they listen.
Nice.
Nice. But no, what cracked me up, and this goes along again with all the references from back in the day. The fucking Asian guy that's in this meeting fucking knocks over a picture of the USS Arizona, which was a fucking ship that was actually sank in the fucking attack on Pearl Harbor. He knocks this picture of this ship into a fish tank and it sinks to the bottom. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
With his perfect English accent.
Again, another portion of it. They purposely had this guy speak and then overdub his dialogue with, like, it was almost like Toxie was back. He's like, hey, how's it going, guys?
This is what's happening.
This is the plan.
We take down the tomatoes.
And we make pizza. With the sauce.
Saucy bitches.
Saucy bitches. Crusty. But oh my god, and speaking about that underwater attack earlier, I forgot I wrote this down. The thing that made me laugh was the fucking people that saw them in the water being attacked. What do? They don't stay on the boat where it's safe. They jump into the fucking water.
Because why not?
And then the fucking when I want to, is it Mason when they're driving around and you hear the radio, all the news reports coming across on the radio. The one guy was the dude on the radio was like, man was eaten by a ham and tomato sandwich.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, dude, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, ham and tomato sandwich.
No, I'm more about the part, speaking of the radio, when Mason and what's his name again?
The paratrooper guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Finletter,
I'm sorry. I'm like spacing out.
No, you're good, man.
But yeah, they went to the hotel and they go to take a nap for all the commotion going on, and they hear like a radio like announcement happening. It's like, this is brought to you by, but like they start advertising some random stuff like, which is also the makers of, and it's just like a solid like a minute of this, and he's just like sitting there at the radio like, okay, yeah, I want to hear the news article. Brought to you by, and it's just like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah. It's fucking great, dude. God. And then there was something that we noticed about this when Mason Dixon has a breakfast prepared for him. And I swear on everything, we do not plan this shit. We go and we watch these movies. And I'm just 100 fucking % convinced that eggs are a fucking recurring theme in cult cinema films.
Or we just happen to choose the right films for any of our excellent content.
Yeah.
For you guys.
I don't know, man. And he didn't eat his eggs, though.
Which is another reoccurring thing.
Nobody... I love eggs, dude.
Actually, except for Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, because
he did like consume the fuck ton of them.
Dude, he was like Popeye with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn.
But yeah, didn't they have a yeah, they did. It was a news agency, I think it was, or like a newspaper or some kind of agency or whatever. They hired Lois.
Lois?
To basically investigate what's going on with this, the government, what they're doing with the tomatoes and blah, 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 whatever. And I remember where she goes to the hotel to spy on Mason and, I can't think of
Finletter.
Fuck, what is wrong with me today?
Well, no, you're good, man.
But yeah, so she's basically trying to spy on them, trying to get some information off of what they're doing. And she finds out what room they're in. Middle of the night. Tries to infiltrate the room and didn't even realize that they were still in the room. Opens the door and there's Finletter at the couch like, who the hell are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong room.
Yeah, he thought she was a spy.
Yeah, and then you hear Mason in the background. Finletter, who was that? It's a lady of the night, sir.
I love that so fucking much, Lady of the Night.
It's like, go to sleep, Finletter. Oh, it's a harlot.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. I almost forgot, dude. Okay, Smith, the master of disguise, when he blows his fucking cover whenever he's actually, like, he's at a campfire with, like, a group of the tomatoes, and he's in a tomato suit. Not soup. Suit. With a T. So, fucking sitting there, and he's eating a fucking hamburger. And the whole time, because they show a sequence where he's there before, and he doesn't really say anything. He's just kind of keeping quiet and looking around. He's eating a fucking burger, and he's like, Somebody please pass the ketchup.
And it just zooms on his face like, oh no!
And he goes, ah! It like smashes the burger against his head. Then you never see him again. So like, I guess he fucking died.
Mm-hmm.
He was juiced.
He was a saucy bitch.
He was a saucy bitch. He was pressed.
Pressed for time.
That's right.
Now, how about the musical scene with the that guy that they had hired for like some kind of like advertising or something like that? I forgot what it was. Or some kind of like they were trying to promote like programs to get people involved with like the anti-tomato or something like that.
Oh, it was the Stop Tomato program.
Stop Tomato program,
Yep.
the STP.
And yeah, that was like the because there was like the Whip Inflation Now campaign back in the 70s, and that was like a thing. So that was like a spoof of that.
Right. But
so fucking funny.
before that even transpired, it was the same thing that happened in the beginning of the film with the random scroll text of advertisement. Just yet again.
God damn, and the best part about it is that these things happen at the most actual random times because you just get so engrossed with what's happening on screen, then the text comes across, you're like, yeah, I forgot.
Discount furniture.
Discounting.
Chairs $2, sofas $5, twin beds $7. All at your local business.
God, I want to fucking get a bed for $7, sofa
Yeah,
for $5,
back in the 70s.
a chair for $2.
Shit,
Chair's like fucking $2,000 now.
depending on which one you get.
That's right, lazy boy. I'm talking to you.
Not so lazy with your money, are you?
Sponsor us.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
sponsored by Lazy Boy.
It's free real estate.
yes. So
Real estate.
it's free. Fuck. Okay. So Greta, if I'm not mistaken, that was the Olympic swimmer.
Yep.
She gets killed. And yeah, so they start bringing in all these soldiers and tanks and shit like that. And I think this is that sequence where there's just like war in the streets. There's explosions. There's tomatoes rolling down the streets. There's gunfire happening. And
One of the more serious moments.
yeah, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
This is happening. Like, this is actually fucking happening. Then we get afterwards, Mason Dixon starts like walking around all the carnage and shit, and then there's like a trail of tomato juice that he goes after, and then he ends up being chased by a tomato to an apartment. And I think that's where I'm trying to remember if this is where you were talking about. No. This is he goes in there, and that's the sequence where the tomato rolls up, and there's this kid listening to the radio, and the tomato flies out the fucking window because he ducks, and you just see, the fucking tomato just flies right out the window. And you're just like, what the fuck?
I forgot way in the beginning, whenever Mason meets everybody for the first time, the helicopter.
God damn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're talking about the
Yeah.
just the crazy shit that was happening.
Yeah, because like pandemonium was happening, right? And he goes and meets some of the officials of the organization, and it's literally just tomatoes killing everything at this point. All of a sudden, here comes a fucking helicopter to land. It like chops into the ground, just spins out of control, and just blows up right there on the ground.
Yeah, it is just like, what the fuck?
It was just so casually done. Like, it was everybody on their cars just like, oh yeah, hey, what's going on? Right there. And it was just like, okay, that happened.
Lol, what?
Lolcopter.
Rafflecopter.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to see the actual Rafflecopter, watch Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. It is the Rafflecopter.
Because you'd be laughing your ass off, rolling on the floor.
Rolling on the floor, laughing your
ass off.
Rafflecopter.
Rated R.
Oh my god, if there was like a RoboCop, Rafflecop. Dude.
State your joke.
Dead or alive, you're laughing with me.
Don't make me punish you.
It sounded dirtier. Dead or alive, you are coming on me.
That was like a mixture of me like trying to laugh and then just trying to make the noise.
You just said fuck it. You just fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gone.
Come on.
Yeah, come on now. Come on, Eileen. Never mind. So, yeah. Let's get back to this.
So yeah, everybody's dying. Tomatoes are taking over.
Everybody motherfucking dying and shit.
The tomatoes are taking over.
Tomato. So the tomato was gonna kill him. Flies out the window. So he looks out and he sees the assassin that's taking his car. And this is the fucking car chase, dude, that I died fucking laughing at. Because he runs outside and fucking Finletter is sitting in the driver's seat with his parachute. Now, Finletter has worn this parachute that he lands with for the entirety of the film.
An open parachute.
Never takes it off. So he's like, get out of the car. He's getting away. Fucking Mason pulls him out of the car, shuts the door with the parachute in the door, and proceeds to drag Finletter through the streets in this car chase that was like literally a slow car chase. And you can like look at a few other comedy films that have come out, and this exact chase has been recreated a few times. But goddamn.
Let's not forget the beginning of that chase scene whenever Finletter chases the assassin and carries his parachute like a prom dress.
Oh God, yes.
Throughout the entire sequence, he's like purposely going onto certain parts where Finletter would like have to pick up his parachute and throw it up there, or pick it up from the bottom, and like it.
Oh yeah,
way too much effort for this.
Yeah, Dixon. Like, there's like a whole like dock area where you could like back the trucks up to, but you can clearly like run on the ground around all this shit. They fucking both run up the stairs and climb up and over all these stacks of wooden pallets, and like it was just totally like absurd. The absurdity of this sequence was just amazing as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the car sequence is what I was laughing at, because it's really a slow car chase, like ridiculously slow. And at one point you see Dixon driving the car and dragging Finletter, but then there's another shot where the car they're chasing is starting to die out, so Finletter is actually pulling the car with his parachute, and it's fucking hilarious, dude. But he gets out, like, this was like OG Ghost riding the whip, okay? So Dixon gets out of the car while it's still in motion and runs faster than the car, catches up to the motherfucker, gets hit by his own car right in the ass, and the other guy gets out and just points a gun at him, and then just fade to black.
Yep.
Movie's over. We're joking.
Credits.
We're joking.
No, we're not. That's the end of the movie.
It's the end of the movie.
Time for the next film.
Yep. No, we're kidding.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mason wakes up.
And the fucked up part is he is captured by Richardson, the president's press secretary from the beginning of the film. Look, guys, I tried to watch this fucking scene, and Cody and I both fucking sat there, and at the same time, like, I was thinking it, and he said it right before I was about to say it. I swear on everything. Jim fucking Richardson. George Wilson, the actor. Jesus fuck. This dude, like, the gap between his two top teeth, I swear on everything, I could not look away from this man's mouth.
Holds more power than he does. You cannot turn away from the gap.
No, you cannot.
You think we're kidding, but we're not. Like, he was literally doing the whole, like, James Bond villain sequence where he's telling him his whole entire plan was this, and this.
Oh, yeah, cross-legged and everything in the chair with the gun pointed.
And all you see is gap, 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 gap.
He's going to bust a gap in that ass.
Yeah.
That's right. And the fucked up part, the gap was so big that you could put a set of double doors on that motherfucker and call it the gap.
It's free real estate.
That's right.
Shifty eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So as he proceeds, to tell Mason his elaborate plan.
Yeah, because Mason finally was like, dude, tell me what you're going to do before you kill me. Dude, oh my
all
God.
while having his gun wide open enough to be seen from different angles. How does he not see that gun? I don't know. But all of a sudden, before he even gets to pull the gun out, here comes Finletter just running in, charging head forward with that saber, and just stabs him in the fucking gut.
Knife culture!
Because that's
how you do it.
That's how you do it. Like, I saw you assume, because you only saw like his chest up. You don't see anything else at all. And he just
Wait,
gap.
wait. Before that
happened, he asked him, is okay, can you even do it? He's like, you know what, Dixon, you may be right. I may not be able to. And then, who is it?
It's UPS. They have a delivery for you.
Fucker walks in, turns the fucking gun on him, shoots him right before he even puts the package down, and he turns to Dixon. He's like, you may be wrong.
Yeah, and this guy was just normal fucking day on the job. He was probably like, man, this is my last delivery of the fucking day. I'm gonna go home. Motherfucker just walks through the door, turns, gets shot, and fucking arms flap, and I shit you not.
He probably got shot because of the pit stain.
That's what I was gonna say. I did not say, oh my God, the fact that this man was shot. I did not say, oh my God, that was a surprise. I said, oh my God, because when the dude threw his hands up, giant armpit sweat stain, just clearer than fucking day.
I honestly thought he got shot in the pit, and I was like, no, that's sweat.
That'd be dude, that would be a really fucked up place to get shot. Get shot in the armpit, bro?
Yeah. That's a sensitive fucking spot.
Not just that, but like, you gotta think the amount of sweating you do right there and the healing, because it's always just moving and stretching.
Yeah.
Oh God, fuck that.
And all the sweat just like salty, just making it burn.
Oh, put some Gatorade on that shit.
Gatorade.
H2O. But yeah, after all that shit happens, Finletter comes in and just
Stab ho.
stabby, motherfucker.
Knife culture.
The fucking return of knife culture. So yeah, that fucking happens. And can we just, like, we're getting towards the end of the film here. So they wind up getting to this fucking giant football field, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a big ass like open football or baseball field.
Baseball field.
And they rummage around through some fucking records, and he comes to the realization that the tomatoes like go away, or they retreat, or whatever the fuck, for a fucking song that gets played. And he had not realized this until this fucking moment.
When he looks down and sees the beautiful masterpiece
Known
that is
as
Puberty Love.
Puberty Love.
So suddenly he has the epiphany to go, oh my God, I know what to do. Grabs the record, pulls Finletter, and is like, we gotta go. And gets to the baseball field, and they rile up the whole entire town to, take charge against the tomatoes who are killing everybody. They proceed down into the baseball field, and Mason's like, play it!
Oh yeah, it just comes over the loudspeakers.
Like, it's literally like just overwhelming Puberty Love.
It's so fucking gross. There's this song, I was just like, oh, really? Come on now. Ugh.
But it seemed to work, though.
It did, because they all retreat. They run away. And this fucking football stadium is just a ton of people in it. Ton of extras. What the fuck?
But it does kill off the tiny tomatoes in the ground, which leads to our next sequence.
Oh, they run over them, too. Like
the
people
sauce
actually,
pit.
Yeah, guys. And you pointed this shit out, and I fucking died, because you were like, man, if they put some fucking heavy metal music over this, it'd be like a fucking mosh pit. All these people just stomping the fuck out of these tomatoes, and I was just like, sauce pit. Just fucking
It's just like, somebody smash my spaghetti.
tomato trample.
Yeah.
Lady in the trample. Literally, with the spaghetti.
Lady in the sauce.
Can we talk about that big goddamn tomato that had the fucking earmuffs on? That was made out of fucking toilet seat covers.
AKA, yeah, I was about to say.
The toilet tomato.
and all you hear is freaking Lois screaming like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even that. It was more of she sounded like a cybernetics pterodactyl. Yeah.
Okay, that fucking hurt.
Like the weirdest echo in that area was just off-putting to hear. And then here comes Dixon just to, come between. And here, probably one of my favorite parts is like he can't hear the music, so Dixon had the idea to pull out some papers.
And he just conveniently has.
Walks up to the tomato, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh my god. It is literally the sheet music to Puberty Love. And he's showing it to the tomato, and it just shrinks and dies. And all you see these giant fucking toilet covers, seat covers just on the ground.
An itty bitty tomato.
Yeah. Like, this is how I get rid of my most hated enemies, by showing them sheet music to Puberty Love. Like, it's not bad enough. You have to listen to the song. You have to know that it was created.
I kind of want to carry a copy of this around now. I just want to show it to people.
Just for that reason. I don't need a knife in the car. I don't need a pistol. Sir, do you have any weapons on you? Yeah, right here. Oh, shit. He has sheet music.
Oh,
to
sheet.
Puberty Love.
Oh, sheet.
Oh, sheet. Sir, get on the ground.
Fuck you. Put the pubes down. Fuck you.
Put the love away.
I fucking love it.
Here's my love. Come and fucking get it.
Come and fucking get it, eh?
Call the Mounties.
The Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Because when it comes to love, you got to mount.
Rocky Mountain.
Horror. But anyway.
Yeah, he saves her.
And
the fucking ending song.
The dumbest thing I've ever seen in this fucking movie was they see each other off, and it's like, oh, yeah, well, thanks for saving Mr. Dixon. No problem, Miss whatever. She's like, it's Lois.
Miss Fairchild.
Miss Fairchild, that's right. He's like, no. She's like, no, it's Lois. And goodbye, Mr. Dixon. He turns, Mason. And she's like, Mason?
Lois?
Mason?
Lois? Mason!
And the dumbest like love scene happens, like where they're just like jumping hand in hand. Mason jumps in her arms. Now, granted, this Lois is a very tall and slender woman versus Mason being a slightly stubby, shorter guy. He just
very John Belushi-esque.
Very John Belushi. Jumps in her arms, and she held him with like gusto. Just,
yeah,
strong woman. And swings him around like, oh my god, it's a fairy tale love story. Starts singing the song that they're singing in like an operatic tone, which they do the same thing again. They switch, voices. And just like, I'm confused now. And they walk away into the field, hand in hand.
Yep.
Like,
Can I say something that you're gonna like flip the fuck out over?
You might as well.
Fun fact: the song "Puberty Love" was sung by a then teenage Matt Cameron, who is better known as the drummer for Soundgarden and Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Not Soundgarden. That just ruins everything now.
Tomato Garden.
Getting that sunlight from that black hole sun.
That's right. That's how the crops were grown.
Mm-hmm. And then killed.
God. But yeah, they walk off, and there's a shot of a field that they walk off in, and then you're just kind of looking around. Carrot just kind of slithers his way up from the fucking dirt and looks around.
You're gone.
I love that. It sounded like a chipmunk.
Yeah, because they like sped up the vocals and like high pitch.
All right, you guys. I can't even fucking do it. It's like, yeah, they're gone now. Like, oh fuck.
And now we have more vegetables to deal with. But that's the end of the movie.
Can we talk about like some of the character names in this motherfucker before we move on to Killer Klowns?
How about Miss Potato Famine of 1922? played by a dude. No mind. We had our glimpse of Miss Potato Famine, and it was only during the mob scene towards the end when they're killing all the freaking tomatoes. And I'm just like, they drew attention to one person with the weirdest character I've ever, would have come across, just out of nowhere. But now that I think about it, potatoes, tomatoes.
I want to say another fun fact. That helicopter crash that you were talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
That actually happened. They didn't plan for that. That helicopter was supposed to land in the fucking it was supposed to land in the tomato patch behind the officers. The tail rotor hit the ground and made it spin out. It rolled over and exploded. And they worked the footage into the film. The pilot got out, though.
They literally just looked at the film and was like, no, this is perfect. Keep going.
We have to use this.
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
And then the way they worked it in there was they said that a tomato was flying the fucking helicopter.
It makes sense. They're taking over everything.
Literally everything. But yeah. That's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
In a small sense.
Made for an estimated $100,000.
Which was spent mostly on tomatoes.
That's right.
That was a lot of fucking tomatoes.
They went to their local farm and grocery, and they're just like, "Hey guys, give me all your fucking tomatoes.
Yep.
We don't give a fuck if they're like the little cherry tomatoes that you put in a salad, or like the big fucking overly grown tomatoes. We need all the fucking tomatoes we can get."
That was another scene. Like, they were analyzing the tomato, and it's like, it's worse than we thought. We come to the realization, it's a cherry tomato. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's your big discovery?
Yeah.
Attack of the cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, Attack of the Cherry Tomato. So, the fact that this movie was made on less than $100,000, and it made there were 3 sequels, and the movie really made a little over $500,000, which, I mean, you got to admit, for 1978, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, that's like the $1 billion mark for us this day and age.
Probably, who knows? But I mean, like, it was highly successful.
Well, I mean, look at the freaking like advertisements for furniture. It's like $2 for a chair. I mean, come on.
I don't know. I think that was a little exaggerated, maybe, but still, like, fuck, dude.
Hey,
imagine all the fucking furniture you could buy.
This is the 70s.
Imagine all the furniture you could have bought with that money, like with the fucking film money.
Also, speaking of the scrolling text at the end, was like, oh, it was like a news bulletin. It was like, oh, expletive.
Oh fuck yeah!
Dialogue. It's like,
they're coming.
They're coming.
Oh my! Expletive deleted.
Expletive, yeah, dialogue.
They're coming. Arg! Which is funny because the ARG is actually the fucking tagline on the movie poster.
Yep.
God damn. I love it. It's like, ARG! Oh, Jesus Chrysler.
Jesus, hot sauce Christmas cake.
Jesus, hot sauce Christmas cake. Oh my God. I think I found some of the, I may have found, I may have found some of the advertisements.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see if I could find them. Yeah. Oh my God. Hold on. There's like a couple of them here. This space available. Call 714-474-5566. I want to call these numbers and see what the fuck happens.
It's probably some like random number, like just they pulled out of like a phone book or something.
Remember, the best bargains in town are at Sunnyvale Furniture, 173 East Main Street, just south of the Mervyn exit. Based on the best-selling novel, The Tomatoes of Wrath.
This is all in the opening sequence.
Guys, also, the crowd at the stadium is credited as every screwball in San Diego County.
Every rotten tomato.
Special appearance of the Royal Shakespearean Tomatoes by arrangement with the Queen. Yeah. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
we just had like some like killer silence there.
Yeah, just kind of like,
this is what we deal with.
This is fucking, yeah. But that was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like, fucking. Now we move on to another killer.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Fuck yeah. Directed by Steven Chiodo. I mean, I've heard it pronounced both fucking ways. The band Chiodos was actually fucking originally named Chiodo Brothers because of these people. And if anybody out there is not familiar with the Chiodos or the Chiodos, they are special effects like people that have been in the game for quite some time. They have done stuff. In fact, like for the next Cult Cinema Showdown we're going to be doing, they actually did the special effects on the troll creatures for Ernest Scared Stupid. They did the Large Marge sequence in the Pee Wee Herman film. I mean, it's like these fuckers are proof positive that practical effects are still the best thing to do.
Amazing. Because just the way they animated the faces was really well done. Like I was really impressed.
Oh fuck yeah! Shall we get into it?
Yes.
All right. So, opening with the badass song by Dickies, "Killer Klowns from Outer Space." Fuck, I love that was the first thing you pointed out, man. The fucking the music, the clown circus.
Yeah, it was like hard rock circus music that had like a heavy feeling of Miami Connections Dragon sound. It was just so corny.
Dragon Clown.
Dragon Crown. Joking forever.
That's right. Clowns forever.
But yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's literally just some random evening, random Friday night, and everybody's out and clowning around. Ha 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 ha.
In the town of Crescent Cove.
And then, we move on to Top of the World.
That's right.
Where it's pretty much the make-out point of the town.
And we get introduced to Debbie Stone and her boyfriend, Mike Tobacco. What the fuck?
Joke.
Yeah, no joke. What the fuck?
So, literally...
I love you're just like, I'm leaving this.
His name and Potato Famine of 1922 have to be the weirdest names of both films.
So far. Well, I mean, even in our fucking Showdown series so far, this is...
Like, who would name their child Tobacco and be like, this is a proud family name?
Well, I want to know where the fuck the last name Tobacco came from. Like, that shit got pat. Like, they probably were like, what the fuck were my ancestors doing? Who was the first tobacco?
They were smoking. They were smoking something.
It's a lot of hoopla and a lot of hookah.
They were all chewed up about it.
Yeah, they were. Smoke them out. So we get introduced to them. And, like, I think there's, like, a fucking line of, like, 6 or 7 cars, and everybody's legit just, like, fucking eating each other's faces.
Slurping faces. Yeah.
Slurp the face! I'm not sorry about that. Fuck off.
And then, we see, Debbie and Mike looking up in the night sky, and here comes this bright flash.
What was that?
And they mistake it for, like, Halley's Comet or some shit.
Something, yeah. Eventually crashes, according to Mike, thousands of miles away.
Yeah, it's gotta be thousands of miles away. There's
and
no way.
Debbie's like, no. It literally crashed right down over there. We should go check it out.
No, I don't think we should. Like, oh my god, the roles get reversed so hardcore when they do check it out. But let's not forget about Gene Green, the farmer, with his dog poo. Not dog poo, his dog, poo.
He doesn't have like a brown bag of shit and just like, well, boy, we're gonna go look at what happened. Something stinks around here.
If you poop, I scoop. Like, no.
Poopity scoop.
Thanks,
Kanye.
bastard.
But yeah, Farmer Brown.
I love that you fucking pointed out the similarity between that character and Men in Black.
Yeah, it's like that's where Men in Black got it from, I would assume, because there's just some random farmer going to some alien drop site just out of nowhere.
Alien droppings site.
And I'm just like, yeah, that just reminds me of Edgar for some weird reason. But yeah,
That guy, that was Royal Dano. Remember whenever you were laughing at the credits, that the guy that played Gene Green's Royal Dano.
an actual name. Like, this is not some made up name.
Royal Dano. Book 'em,
Nice to
Dano.
meet you.
Book 'em, Dano.
So yeah, the dog and him go and investigate in the woods. And they come across this pitched tent
Mm-hmm.
of the circus type.
Big ass circus tent.
Big top. Proceed to like, I'm getting a funny feeling about this.
Then you see the big ass clown shadow.
Yeah, which is kind of creepy. And then Green just walks around the corner and the dog kind of like, huh? Looks up and there's a hole pops up. It's like an interdimensional hole. And Mr. Clown Boy just nets the dog, pulls him in, and Green just freaks out because he doesn't know what the hell where Pooh went.
I love it. Where's my Pooh Bear?
Where's my Pooh?
What the fuck did he say to the tent? Like, he was just like, I will tear this whole thing apart with my bare hands.
And he grabs the fucking cables that are holding the damn tent up, electrifies himself, and he's like, well, damn, this thing's hot wired.
Oh, fuck. And he looks up, and then the clown's there, and you just see, you know, the good old off-screen, oh god, there's a flashing light, and then cuts to Mike and Debbie. Like, they go to investigate the structure. They get to it. And there's some elevators and some different fucking rooms and all kind of weird fucking clown shit happening. Some funny shit.
And then we see what appears to be a room full of very sad testicles.
These are extremely sad testicles. And so sad, in fact, that I don't think that they even have two to each sack. It's literally like, it's the room of Tom Green.
It's the, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, nuts.
Oh, God. Balls.
All right, Bobby.
That's right. Damn it, Bobby.
I was thinking of Supernatural.
No, that's what I was saying. Damn it, Bobby.
Damn, Bobby.
Idiots.
But yeah, like, it's literally the quote, cotton candy cocoons of all the killed that they've accomplished.
Yeah, and
entirely.
we find this out because when Mike and Debbie roll in, the motherfucker makes the really stupid joke of, this place looks like it was built by clowns or us. Okay. So we roll in, and they're like, didn't they say, like, is this like cotton candy? And they peel the fucking cotton candy back, and that's where they see Gene Green's face.
Yeah, the face. They freak out, and they alert the clown that's near them. Clown grabs a gun. We're thinking like, oh, this is gonna be some goofy looking laser with
zap
like
the fuck out of him.
Zap the fuck out of him or something. They proceed to exit, and he shoots popcorn, like literally homing missile popcorn kernels, just flying at him, and attaches.
Reminded me of Donald Duck's quack shot.
Yeah, pretty much. Attaches to their clothes, and they like, is that popcorn?
I know, they just like look like, what the fuck? And you know that clown probably that clown was probably like not even evil. He was probably like the good clown. He's like, oh man, I really thought you guys might want a snack. And you came to our circus.
You looked hungry.
You looked hungry. Oh my god! And then the other clown, the other clown comes out to meet this one, and so they just kind of look at Mike and Debbie running off. So he pulls out a balloon and proceeds to make a balloon animal dog, which then becomes sentient in its own fucking right, and sniffs these fuckers down.
Yeah, barks and everything.
Bark.
Bork. Sniff.
Sniff. Wolf. Heck.
Boo.
Dog. William Shatner as a
Borker.
Borker dog. Bob Borker.
Spay and neuter your pets.
The price is wrong, bitch. Because I am a bitch. Literally, female dog.
So they proceed to chase down Debbie and Mike in the car, and they take off and literally back up into the balloon animal dog and one of the clowns, peel out, they head back to town.
Oh
and
my
then the
God.
second clown.
There's a couple of Hard Ticket to Hawaii things that happen in this movie, and this is one of them. When
Yeah.
they back into the fucking clowns and hit them with their car, they fly into the air.
Yeah.
That's one, and we'll get to the second one way later.
But then they shake off the other clown that was beating on the windshield, and they, proceed to take off back into town. And the one that got hit first, gets up and just shakes it off. The other one literally
The
rises up like freaking Undertaker and is just like, God damn it, they hit me, Ted. I know, Billy.
He rises up like the Undertaker. You're like, oh, fuck. It's not funny.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah. Okay, and then so they oh, look, I had this written down and I've just got to bring it up. I'm not going to actually say it, but I'm going to fucking just bring it up, okay? Whose idea was it to name this movie Killer Klowns? And I get the clowns are spelled with a K because it's alien clowns. Did they not think this through when they said cotton candy cocoons? That's all I'm going to say.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Moving the fuck on.
Stop it.
Get some help. All right. So
you got your help? Okay.
that's right. So they drive off and they see the sign for the town of Crescent Cove being such and such miles away. And this is where you pointed out the music that started playing because the clowns start walking up the street to go to the town of Crescent Cove. It's pretty much the greatest, like, not the whole thing, but the beginning of this was probably the greatest Eye of the Tiger ripoff we have ever heard in our entire lives.
Very like space agey, circusy feel to it. But yeah, it was definitely like a good Eye of the Tiger kind of montage. Weirdly enough.
I have the big top. I just... Why?
It's not funny, okay?
It's not funny, man. Quit clowning around, man.
It is.
Yeah, it actually really is fucking funny.
Cotton candy cocoons.
God. So, I want to say this is where we get introduced to Deputy Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because Debbie and Mike crash their car into the paddy wagon in front of the police station. And Deputy Dave, and we get introduced to Fuckface McGee, Mooney, which I want to call him Moody Mooney because motherfucker.
Boy, he had an attitude for one, and two, we both said the exact same thing. He sounds like one of those 1-800 like voices you hear on the other, and it's like,
oh yeah, like the sex lines, like 900 number, like sex line.
You ready for a good time? How about some handcuffs? Call 1-800 Mooney.
I got a stick I can beat you with. I got a stick you can beat me with.
Speaking of sticks, we forgot about that part with the ice cream truck.
Oh my god!
Where the brothers roll in.
Yeah, dude, fuck.
Lick the stick and let it tickle down your throat.
Motherfucker.
Like, how fucking perverted can you make a line?
The Terenzi brothers.
Yeah, the Terenzi brothers.
God damn, they made that entire fucking thing just oof.
Yeah. Nah. But yeah, they pull up and like disturb the making outers at the top of the world, and they're just like on the little loudspeaker, just like, come and get your ice cream, lick the stick and let it trickle down your throat. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Ooh, that's a big roach.
Sorry.
Right there. No, I'm just pointing at him. Hi there. But yeah, I forgot about that because you said stick like 4 times. Like, stick. Yeah, goddamn. Fucking stick. But anyway, back to them being caught by Dave. After you said the stick part.
Dave. Oh, Deputy Dave.
Deputy Dave.
Yeah, I was like, Dave. Deputy. You gotta put the deputy in front of it because Dave just sounds so fucking plain. It's Dave. Hey, Dave. Nah, bitch, it's Deputy Dave. Like, oh shit. You earned that fucking title. But anyway, yeah. But we learned that Mooney is a fucking dick. Because they ask for help, Debbie and Mike do, and the whole fucking time Mooney's just like, oh, it's a hoax, and he's just being a fucking total cunt bag about it. So he takes Debbie home. Not Mooney, but Deputy Dave. He takes her home, and then he takes Mike to go back out into the woods, and the tent is gone.
Where did they go? Because all you see is a big crater.
Yeah.
Nothing. So, Deputy Dave, glaring at you. Deputy Dave
Arrests.
Yeah, basically handcuffs him. Is like, okay, you're going to the precinct and whatnot.
You're going to jail now.
And then they eventually find the makeout point. And it's just an abandoned fucking car lot. So Dave proceeds to investigate the situation, sees one of the station wagons there just completely netted up in cotton candy.
Yeah. And then that's whenever he's like, "Oh,
You might
sorry.
be onto something."
Yeah. Yeah. And before all that happened, you get the idea that Debbie and Dave are exes.
Well, I mean, it's not an idea, they are.
Yeah, it's just they kind of hint at it, and you're just like, oh, because they don't really come out and say much about it until like Mike and Dave are riding in the car, like whenever he's actually in the front seat of the car.
Yep.
So I want to say this is like during the town starts getting kind of ransacked by the clowns, because this is dude.
With the nutsacks.
Fucking Mooney not gonna make a dummy out of me.
Yeah, because literally everybody in town is calling him to complain about the clowns, because you have the pharmacy where two of the clowns eventually take over and start just pulling shit off the shelves and testing it out and stuff like that. And he's flipping out the entire time. It's like, what do I do?
Oh yeah, he just points and he's like, the fuck. And oh my god,
The Big Top Burger.
well, I mean that, but I'm talking about how one of the first sequences was that fucking chick answering the door in her nightie, and she, hot chick answering the door with a glass of fucking wine, and these three clowns just standing with 3 stacks of pizza, and she's, oh, pizza. like
typical porn introduction.
who the fuck? It's not delivery, it's a porno.
Yeah. It's dick porno.
That's right.
And then proceeds to open the box of pizza, and here comes another clown
Out of the pizza box.
And she's just like, oh.
He fucking ray guns her ass into oblivion.
I.e. a cocoon.
Yeah.
Because that's most of the weapons. It's just a cotton candy machine.
Yeah.
Ray gun.
It's just fucking love that line. Oh, pizza. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if I saw pizza, I'd be like, oh my god. Fuck. But yeah, the fucking clowns in the pharmacy just tearing shit up. And that poor fucking guy. Just the whole time, it's just like, it does not know what to say. Then,
You gotta pay for that.
dude, that biker gang, though.
Oh, yeah. Homeboy crashes the tiny little clown's little bike. He's like,
Rides up in a tricycle looking thing.
yeah. And then proceeds to, smash it up. And he's like, oops, I'm sorry. I wrecked your bike. Don't know what my problem is. And at the end of the movie, in the credits, they have the introduction of this character called the Black Biker.
This is the guy.
This is the guy. He's like, should have let him ride his trike. Ha ha ha. So the clown starts to cry, like little fake tears, and then he jumps off screen, comes back on screen with boxing gloves.
Oh my god, it's the greatest shit ever.
And he's like Little Mac from like Punch Out, just like bouncing around, like ready to fight and shit. And he's like, what are you gonna do? Knock my block off? Poof! Poof! Literally knocks his head clean off his fucking body.
Like, star punches him. Head flies into the trash can. And that was the fucking greatest thing. And I'm saying this because, it was the 80s. Dude, PG-13 film. And we still got, like, not really bloody, but, like, pretty fucking comedic decapitation. It punches this fucker's head clean off of his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Not shampoo. Wham. Poo. Right in the fucking
Slam
face.
boo.
Dude, I'm talking like...
Head and no shoulders.
That's right. No head and shoulders. Head, no shoulders. It's all the same.
Yep.
But they scatter. get the fuck out of there because they're like, man, I ain't fucking with this. He ain't clowning around.
No.
So yeah, that's where all the police station calls to Mooney, and he's like, "Oh, not gonna make a dummy out of me." Fucking idiot. So, I want to say this is where that clown actually like walks in, just fucking straight up walks right in front of his desk.
And then they have those little like standoff with each other.
Yeah, he fucking walks into a prison cell. And it was like Aiden was actually watching this with us. It was fucking hilarious too, because Mooney gets this guy, the clown, all the way into the fucking cell, pops him on the back of the head with his fucking club.
Fucker's head turns like 180 degrees, like on his shoulder, growls at him. Mooney closes the gate, and he
Shit talks him,
and then he the clown grabs one of those little like party
blower.
favors,
Yeah,
blows it at him, but it has a hand that grabs his neck and just slams his face and chokes him down to the ground.
he did.
And the two prisoners that are in the prison with him look at him, they kind of nod and go, "So what are you in for?" What this motherfucking like 8-foot tall clown with a big ass head, they're like, just like, "So what are you in for?" Do you want to ask to talk questions to this dude?
Oh shit. But the reason I brought Aiden watching this with us up is because it was hilarious, because he was fucking right. He was like, the way he said it was so funny. He's like, you know, if he wouldn't have hit that clown in the back of the head, he probably could have walked out of the station alive. He was not wrong.
No.
It's further proof that, Mooney, you can't even get past the fucking brain of a 10-year-old with that one, you dumb fuck.
Mm-mm.
He fucked up. He dead now. We told you he did.
At least his head wasn't cut off.
Oh shit. So, this is when Dave comes back to the station. And he finds the two punk dudes in the cocoons. And the fucked up part, he walks out of the cell, goes into the lobby, clown turns around sitting in the chair, and brings up the lifeless body of Mooney and proceeds to use him as a ventriloquist dummy. And holy fucking shit. Like, this is the kind of other shit the clowns are getting into. Like, not long before this, before Dave went back to the station, him and Mike saw the first time that Dave saw a clown was whenever he fucking was making those shadow puppets.
Yeah, and proceeded to turn one into like a very distinctive T-Rex and just swallow like a group of bus stop tourists and just puts them in the little popcorn bag.
Yeah.
Which we forgot about the popcorn gag.
Yeah, so there was a clown with a whole briefcase full of popcorn at the Big Top Burger. I think that's what you were talking about earlier.
Well, that's part of it, but
yeah, I mean, there's several sequences.
Basically, there was a part with the Big Top Burger where he puts some in the trash can, the dumpster in the back of the restaurant, and one of the workers goes out in the middle of the night to throw the trash away, and he walks away and hears like noises from the trash dumpster.
And we're sitting there like, is that the tomatoes? Did they come back?
Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
In the trash can.
So the dumbest thing you can possibly do when you hear noises like this is to open up the trash can lid and look inside of it, because not long after he did that, it just swallows him whole. And proceeds to eat him up. That's because the clown fucking put the popcorn in that motherfucker, and he fucking salt bayed that shit. Yeah, like the way he did was like flip.
It was so fucking just grabs a handful but only puts like a little bit in there. It's like
magic.
Right.
We fast forward to Debbie in the bathroom,
who still has popcorn on her clothes from her and Mike discovering the tent earlier.
So, she's doing the typical female in this scenario, just taking a shower. Because, why not?
Yeah, because let me throw my clothes into this dirty hamper. And let's let the hamper fucking shake around. And let me fucking say that between her showering and by the time we get back to her, this bitch has taken the longest goddamn shower on screen ever.
It's like a good 10 minutes.
Oh no, I think it was a little bit longer. I mean, probably, but yeah, God, still, that's long as fuck, dude.
proceeds to, get dressed and everything, and she hears this, like, squirming noise in her hamper. Is like, what could that be? Opens it up, and it's literally like fucking Alien, like the chest bursters popping out, but they have the clown heads on them.
Yeah, and then they're all of a sudden in the medicine cabinet behind the mirror.
Chewing her shoulders up, and, she's spraying them down with hairspray to get them off her.
And then the second Hard Ticket to Hawaii reference happens.
Right out of the fucking toilet.
A snake clown.
Bitch just come out of nowhere and just, like, scares the shit out of her. Proceeds to grab the shower head, shoves it in this fucker's mouth.
And turns the hot water
Turns the hot water on and just runs off, like, getting away from it.
That's not going to stop it. That motherfucker probably thirsty.
Mm-hmm. That's how you feed them.
That's how you water them.
Unless it's like gremlins.
Ooh.
Then they just multiply.
Oof. But yeah, so she runs around the house, and this was fucking funny. There was one clown in the house, like full blown, I think. So she runs to the window to try to jump out, and she opens it's at the second story, and she fucking looks down, and there are 4 clowns at the bottom. They look up, they're like, hey, like waiting on her, and they're holding like a landing trampoline thing like that fire departments use.
With all the fire hats on. It was so fucking great.
Dude, the comedy in this movie with a K was just amazing. Like, just, A number 1. So she goes back in the house, and she gets cornered, and they balloon her.
They ball her up.
Shoot a gun at her, turns her in, like puts her in a balloon, which looks like a fucking giant Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm. Clown Ron.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave and Mike eventually get up to her. No, was it? Yeah, it was both of them, actually. They get up to her, and they see her.
Was this the clown parade sequence?
No.
It had to have been near this.
Yeah, because Mike was with the brothers. That's
which was really weird because they were just in a fucking parade vacuuming up all these fucking cocoons they'd laid.
No, all the sad testes.
All the sad testicles.
But yeah, so
they were probably. You know what? We probably got these guys all wrong. Maybe they're doing scientific research on testicular cancer.
Trying to improve the universe.
That's right. One fucking testicle sack at a time.
Whether you're a woman or man.
How dare us?
Yeah.
How dare us for fucking with these killer clowns from outer space?
Well, this. I mean, they actually try to contemplate like why they were here too. It's like, well, maybe they were just doing this or that, or maybe they were just stopping for a snack.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to actually find the cure for testicular cancer, and we were just being assholes.
And we fucked them over because we're Americans.
Because we're dicks.
And we're assholes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, back to the movie.
So yeah, the brothers and Mike see the parade happening, and they're like, okay, we need to get the fuck out of here and head to Debbie's. And they see her being attached to the back of this clown car in the fucking Dragon Ball. And they proceed to chase her while behind them is Dave in his squad car. Sped up, frame rate and whatnot to try and catch him.
Yeah, clown car, ice cream truck, cop car. And the fucking balloon. You remember those big ass balloons with the long strings on them that you go, like you bounce, you punch them back and forth? That's what that balloon looks like.
Yep.
So yeah, they're chasing them,
and the brothers see Deputy Dave in the rear view, and they're like, oh shit, look what happened now, because they're speeding. They proceed to slam the brakes, and then Dave hits them in the back.
Deputy Dave! Sounds like a superhero.
Saves the gay! Because he slammed them from behind.
That's right.
But yeah.
I love how the brothers like run into the back of the truck like they're going to be in trouble. So whenever Dave gets into commentary of the ice cream truck, he's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, officer, I was feeling sick," and he has like all these coupons. Fucking coupons and these fucking like little handheld like medicine that you could buy in like a convenience store, like a little plastic.
Just
pouches.
anything they can find, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, look, all this medicine, I'm sick, blah blah blah. The fuck. Riding shotgun.
With a shotgun.
With a shotgun.
They go and chase the car.
Where would you hide if you were a clown?
As they asked this on the highway, big fucking glowing big top in the background.
Big ass amusement park, or as we've come to call it, the abusement park.
All for your abusement pleasure.
That's right.
So yeah, they pull up to the old abusement park.
The fucking cop.
who was on his fucking lunch break with his sad sack sandwich.
Poor bastard. Like, the clowns pull up, and this guy just was like, you know what? The coast is clear. It's a nice, beautiful night out. I'm going to have my sandwich.
I eat my tuna.
So they get out. I fucking just love it so much, dude, because this guy was basically Marty Moose from fucking National Lampoon's Vacation. The fucking clowns get out. Sorry, folks, park's closed. Fucking word for word, man. The only thing that was missing was the second one. Like, he was actually Marty Moose because he didn't say, Moose out front should have told you. But, you know. Fucking God, dude.
But yeah.
What are you going to do with those?
Some pies, motherfucker.
I love it. What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Proceed to throw them in your face.
Hey, dude. He got fucking nailed, and it was funny because the first time I ever saw this movie, I was like, "What the fuck is that shit gonna do?" And holy fuck, the pies were acidic.
Disintegrated this poor bastard,
bruh.
After the tiny one puts a fucking cherry on top of him,
he despises those.
Yeah.
Oh, the little
pies.
Surprise. Suppository.
Blech.
Yeah, so yeah, and the funny thing is like it's the little clown that beat up the biker. He puts the little cherry on top of the fucking diarrhea shit cake that's on the ground now.
Diarrhea Sunday.
That's right.
But yeah, everybody pulls up to the big top.
I was just waiting on Tommy Lee Jones's Harvey Two-Face to come out like Batman Forever.
Coming out of the pies.
Massacre under the big top. Fuck. But anyway, yeah. So Dave and the brothers and
Mike
Tobacco, they find this place and they go in, and nice little, you know, clown chase and all this bullshit.
Which we forgot to mention. This is how we killed the clowns. You hit their nose.
Yeah, you pop their noses.
And they do the spinning sequence like they do in
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like little animation where they spin real fast, and then like the little looks like little trails of, you know, like neon light trails, and they just explode.
Chemtrails.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go through the ship and they get the chase sequence going with the clowns, and they finally find Debbie and the ball. They, stupidly enough, this is like some of the dumbest shit I've seen in this whole movie. How does a cop not have some kind of knife on them, for one? Because Dave proceeds to use one of his rounds in his handgun to shoot the balloon open, or the ball. And they proceed to try and, you know, leave, but then they get chased by some of the clowns. Now, we get to the scene where they're in, I guess, like the main control room or the main, like, engine room or something. And they're being chased by all the rest of the clowns, and they're climbing on top.
You talking about the last sequence in the film?
Yeah.
Dude, we almost forgot because this is fucking funny. So the reason the Terenzi brothers even come along is because Mike promises them to introduce him to Debbie's two roommates with big boobs. Quote. So when they get separated in the circus tent, they fall into a ball pit, and there are two clowns just sitting on the edge, and they fucking look up, and their tits just inflate. And this is what made me fucking laugh, because Aiden died. They fucking are sitting there, and they get out of the ball pit, and they look up. Are you Debbie's roommates? He fucking died, as did we. But that's where they went off to, so in case you guys are wondering why it's just Dave, Debbie, and Mike. But yeah, they're
getting their clown on.
Another door. Another door. Another door. And you, without missing a beat, another one.
Another one. And then you, right after me, it's like, it's a one-door land.
Walking in a winter one-door land. What a bunch of dorks.
Yeah. Dorks.
But yeah, that's where they get into the giant fucking room with the it looks like,
like a platform.
Yeah, like a 4 or 5 tiered platform or some shit. But anyway, yeah, like they get up on there, and it's like The Walking Dead at this point. All the clowns are around, like
beating him with these like foam bats and shit like that. And then here comes the brothers through the wall with their
ice cream truck.
Their sweet tooth truck.
God,
literally.
that thing did look like Sweet Tooth from fucking Twisted Metal.
And it was hilarious because they went through the intercom and was talking through the clown head on top, and all the clowns just stopped and they were like titillated by the fact that this clown head was talking to them.
Yeah, and because they're just sitting there like, we hear JoJo, like the Almighty, Almighty Clown. We command you to stop. Yeah, command you to stop. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So the three of them get off the platform, run to the van, and
holy shit, dude! The actual
the Clownzilla.
Yeah, JoJo the Clownzilla, like epically descends from the center point of this thing down like a marionette. Like it is a giant fucking marionette. Now, obviously, camera trickery used, but like. Holy fuck. Like, Jesus Christ, like, this thing is huge, and his fucking snout and everything looks like a fucking Godzilla clown.
So, yeah, they proceed to try and escape, and the brothers, like, still getting the car going, and Mike's like, guys, come on, it's not worth it. And one of the brothers like, no, we can't leave it, it's a rental.
Yeah, it's a rental.
Which you pointed out that time, that's a pun towards like all the movie makers. They actually rent the vehicles to use in the filming.
Yeah, but I mean, especially in this one, because a lot of the films, especially like if you're gonna have action sequences, in this one in particular, I don't know if you noticed, but hardly any of the car crashes actually happened. Even the one whenever the cop car rear-ended the ice cream truck. Now, the one that happened by accident was when that one car flipped over the bridge. I don't think that was, if I remember reading right, that wasn't supposed to happen, and they had to wind up fucking paying a lot of money to have it replaced or whatever.
Right.
But that's why, because you're sitting there like, oh, it's a rental. But what happens to this fucking rental ice cream van?
Fucking Clownzilla just tosses that damn thing.
And I mean, when we say he tossed it, do you guys out there remember being children, playing with your fucking micro machines and Hot Wheels, and you didn't feel like picking your room up completely all the fucking way? Your mom or dad come in. We need you to pick up your room and put those toys away. So when they left, you didn't like put everything back in the box. You just kind of grabbed them and threw them, like wherever you could throw them. That's what this fucker did.
And it just like Michael Bay'd and explode.
Bruh. Yeah. And then it was so funny because you were just like, well, there they fucking went.
Yep.
Get the fucking
blaze of glory.
Going down in a blaze of glory.
They got iced.
They got Bon Jovi'd. Fuck, they got Bon Jovi.
It was their life.
You got fired, motherfucker.
It was now or never.
Jesus,
they weren't gonna live forever.
And they ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm on fire.
It's my... No, it wasn't.
It's my afterlife.
So yeah, the rest of the trio proceeds to take on Clownzilla.
Take on me. Take me on.
Clown. But Dave decides to be the hero and tells the two to, you need to leave now.
Get out of here.
I'll take him down. So he proceeds to waste the rest of his ammunition on this Clownzilla. Doesn't even hit the nose.
Yeah, like a dumbass.
At all.
Nope.
And while the other two are running out, he proceeds to get picked up. All at the same time, the ship is taking off, slowly lifting off the ground.
All the police officers that came to assist.
From the state.
Yeah.
The state police.
Guys, this thing lifted up out of this amusement park. It looked like the fucking master controller from Tron, like the fucking big vortex Vex looking face, but it was diamond shaped. But fuck, man.
Right.
So yeah, it's lifting off.
So Dave, last ditch effort before anything happens to him, pulls his fucking badge off. While the Clownzilla has him right near his face, and stabs the motherfucker in the nose.
Explode.
Now, why didn't he do that with the balloon?
I know, dude. I was saying the same fucking shit when we were watching. I was like, why?
He wasted a shot on that. He could have used that towards one of the other clowns while in the chase sequence. But no, he was just like, oh, fuck this shit. We don't have time. But he pulled his badge off and it's like, stab. Stab BC.
Fuck yeah.
Or stab CC because it's, Crescent Cove.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, then all of a sudden...
CC. Sorry.
So as soon as he blows the nose off, the whole fucking ship explodes.
He blows his nose.
Gesundheit. Everyone's just in shock and awe at this point.
That's right.
The police are, Debbie and Mike are just like, what the fuck happened? Here comes the fucking clown car out of the sky, just crashing down in front of them. Everybody's like gunpoint, like, oh shit, who's this? And here's Dave just
climbing out
like a fucking badass.
How?
Now, another thing.
Another one.
The whole fucking flip-flop shit with Debbie. Back to Dave, and then all of a sudden she's like holding Mike's hand, like all gripping and shit. And now they're like all hugging each other because, Dave's okay. I mean, yeah, Dave's okay. The brothers come out of the back of the vehicle too, and I'm like,
How the fuck?
And they're like, oh yeah, we got into the freezer, and when they exploded, we were safe. And they're, just like fighting like they normally do. Well, Debbie is, being held by Dave, and she's, or he's kissing her head. I'm just like, who do you love here?
Not just that, dude, but it's like, Mike, how are you okay with this, bro? I mean, what the fuck's happening?
You freaking Michael J. Fox ripoff? Like, come on, dude, fight for this chick.
Yeah, just.
And then it's like, one of them says, "Is it over?" They're like, yeah, I think so. And then just like cream.
They get nailed with pies. They literally were cream pied.
Some pies.
This was the money shot of the film.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you wanted to know, clowns with squirters.
That's right. So here's the fucked up part, though. If those were the same pies, why did they not melt? Why did they?
It freeze framed at the end.
But even
so,
still,
we didn't give enough time to melt them.
I would have flipped out.
Because then,
been like, yeah, like it is like that classic cheesy like ending of the film where it just freeze frame.
Now freeze.
Clap your hands for these movies.
Because they're both wonderful in their own way.
Hell yeah, they are. Ah, God. But Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
So you have like Killer Tomatoes is very parody, very just like over the top humor, very slapstick, and then you have Killer Klowns, which try to be a mixture of comedy and horror. And like you said earlier, like they know what they're doing with these films. They're not trying to be this like new setup for whatever. They're just doing something and making it stupid, basically.
Original ideas at that.
Yeah. So while, Killer Klowns was better production-wise, Killer Tomatoes just had all the humor behind it more so than the other film did, which, like I said, they had some strengths and they had some weaknesses.
Yeah, both of them did. Absolutely.
But like I said, Killer Klowns, better production value, and then Killer Tomatoes just overall had a better, like, just humor aspect. Very good, like, vibe from it.
Yeah. And, I mean, I can't even really, because you look at two completely different kind of films. I mean, they're both, like, horror comedies. This one, obviously, Killer Klowns is more science fiction aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely enjoyed Killer Klowns more just because like I like that kind of humor too. But I mean, my God, like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was just absolutely hysterical. Like good laughs, good just because I mean, both of these movies are kind of nonsensical in a way, but I think that's why I liked Killer Klowns from Outer Space more. Just like very straightforward. I feel like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, like at certain points, would kind of flop. You know what I mean? Like it could have been a little more
Serious.
not necessarily
Or more straightforward.
Yeah, a little more. I liked the fact that it was like, humorous and shit, but Trim, I'm not even shitting you. A movie like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes with the sequences that they were having, that movie, I'm not even shitting you. That movie could have been like 1 hour long and it would have gotten the whole point across.
Mm-hmm.
It's just straight up. But, and I give the edge to Killer Klowns just based on that kind of shit. So that's just my opinion. But fuck, I love both these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out.
Definitely.
I'll see what we can find, and we can put some links in the show notes below to check these films out. Because I know Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is available for free on Amazon Prime with your Amazon Prime account, and I want to say you can rent Killer Klowns from Outer Space for $3.99. But fuck, I'd buy it. It's on Blu-ray now. They put a Blu-ray release out in April.
Blu-ray of tomatoes that are red. They should have made Red Ray.
red rum.
Red Rum.
Red rum. That's yeah, I'm done. That's all I got for this one, man. This has been fucking fun, man.
Yeah, it was good.
Hell yeah. When crops and clowns attack. God damn it. So
Makes you hungry. For humor.
That's right. So yeah, so we've got 3 episodes more coming in the rest of the month of October. We are going to be doing horror and pop culture next week. Fuck yeah, all the music, all the movies, all the video games, comics.
All the time.
You fucking name it.
We got it.
We got it, motherfucker. Then after that, we are going to come back with Hocus Pocus versus Ernest Scared Stupid for our 8th installment of Cult Cinema Showdown. And then to cap off the month of spookiness, we're going to take a look at, not completely in depth, but we're just going to take a look at the Halloween franchise as a whole. Mm-hmm. And that will more than likely include the sequel to the original that's coming out this month.
Yes.
Which we are fucking excited for.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Be prepared.
Yeah. All right, Scar. Be prepared.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Dude, every fucking day.
Yeah.
It's every day, bro.
Definitely.
Fucking
Preaching to the choir.
Suck it, Jake Paul. Go back and listen to our fucking Flop 10 songs if you don't know what we're talking about. It's 10 Things I Rate About You. Go listen to it. And
that makes us irate.
Yeah, and you can understand why we're just like, God damn it, Jake Paul. Your song just atrocious. We probably should have featured that in Halloween month because it's pretty spooky.
Yeah, scary as shit.
That's right. But any fucking way. We're gonna give you the fucking rundown of our social media shit. So prepare your fucking ear holes.
Let's go.
Let's go. Facebook.com/SuperMediaBros.
Yay.
Twitter.com/SuperMedia_Bros.
No.
If you want to go see the picture of boner problems from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Instagram.com/SuperMediaBros podcast.
And go look at that stupid picture.
With the rest of the stupid pictures.
Yes.
Because it is fucking stupid.
And no, I'm not as loud as him, but that's the point.
It's killer.
Killer episode.
Killer content.
Killer bros.
Killer photos.
Killer everything.
Fuck yeah.
Kill ya. So don't be a killjoy. And go kill some time.
That's right. Don't be a buzzkill. Shall we get in the fucking big top and go back to outer space where we came from?
Without being our nose busted, yeah.
No, all right, cool. That's one thing I want to fucking say before we fucking leave, dude. And I fucking thought about that shit. Motherfucker, if their noses explode, how the fuck do they sneeze?
My first thought was, who are you going to call? Nosebusters.
Yes, that too. God damn it. Let's go to outer space and call the Nosebusters.
There we go.
All right, cool.
Bustin', 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 bustin'.
That was episode 40 of the Super Media Brothers podcast. Until next week, I've been Midnight Agent Raw.
And I've been Okame.
Shades on.
We're off the bust.